Oh, hi there. My name is Nicholas Kokkalis. I was one of those people who lost money on empty gogs, which was the very first, one of the very first most popular crypto exchange in Japan. We all three of us are here graduated from Stanford. I did my PhD at Stanford, and we have also been affiliated with each other and with Cameron as well, because we're all part of StartX, which is an accelerator and founder community that's affiliated with Stanford University. By the way. Yeah, and if even though it looks like the source of money may be coming from a different decision-making process, so it sounds like in the past investors, VCs, a small amount of people was investing in those entrepreneurs. Now it sounds like it's a little different. I would say that the decision-making criteria for deciding what is a good team to invest in are probably still the same. They should still be the same. So people should be investing in teams that are working on ideas that they are inherently motivated to work on those ideas. Because otherwise, every startup has ups and downs. So if you invest on a team that didn't really start working on this problem because they care about it, when the downtimes come, they may give up. So in this way, you will lose your money if you were the one investing on them. You need to look at teams that are able to execute on the vision that they have in mind, and things like that. So even though the environment seems to be different, in the end, humans are still the same humans, and we should be blamed. I can get an initial crack at this. Well, right now, there is one fundamental constraint around smart contracts, is that they can mostly get information that is already on the blockchain. So if someone has created an app, and you send coins to that app has an algorithm, decides what to do with those coins. However, the concept of oracles, that is an up-and-coming concept, is the concept of being able to bring information into the blockchain. That wasn't there before. They couldn't be created there. Information such as who won the elections, what is the current exchange rate between US dollars and yen, whether this individual sold his house to that individual, external parts. And once this is reliably connected, this real offline world is connected onto the various decentralized apps that are running on blockchain technologies, then we will see a tremendous amount of new ideas and new applications and new possibilities that can run on the blockchain that we couldn't even imagine today. I can give my thought on this. It depends on what you believe that that company or the team, if it's not a company, is what makes them great. So if their goal is to create a company and sell the company or go on a public market, then you want to bet more on buying equity from that company. But we see today that in some ICOs and some ideas, the company that is operating the idea is actually a non-profit organization, like such as, for example, even Ethereum itself is executed by a non-profit organization. And in that case, what you are basically betting that the token itself is going to be something that will, over time, give you more returns, rather than owning a piece of that company. So, like, for example, in the non-profit organization, there's no ownership. There's nothing for you to own.
By the time I finish this sentence, about 20 million emails will have been sent. In fact, people send an estimated 145 billion emails worldwide every day. CEOs and other top executives usually have personal assistants to handle all the tasks buried in those emails. But what about the rest of us? NBC Bay Area's Stephanie Trong joins us with the program. One local group says we'll cut that email overload, Stephanie.
That's right, Jessica. It's a Media is one example of it. What it boils down to is tapping into a large group of people for services and content. Now, the question here is, would you be interested in, say, doubling your productivity, even if it meant handing over your email password to a total stranger?
From the moment you wake up to when you're at work, whether it's on your desktop or on your cell, those emails just keep on coming.
And some of it has important tasks.
But the more time reading may mean less time doing.
And they seem trivial, but they really hold us back.
CEOs and top execs have their own solution, personal assistants who dig through emails for them.
Managing that onslaught.
But what about the rest of us?
I'd really like to push on.
This team of 3 from Stanford's computer science department came up with one solution: Email Valet. The test version used Gmail. It's a program that connects you with professionals online who become your remote assistants. They go through your emails, find the tasks, and put them into a list with the original emails just to the left. But first, like you hand your keys over to a valet, you'll have to hand over your password. The group decided to test the idea. Would people give strangers access to their emails?
We actually validated that it was indeed a crazy idea.
PhD student Nicholas Kokkalis says of the 600 people surveyed, less than 4% said they'd be willing to give up their passwords. People like Stanford business grad student and study participant Anish Patel.
I think privacy is an issue.
But he changed his mind after the 10-day study. Email Valet has a feature built in where you can restrict what the assistant sees.
You can blacklist out anything that contains particular keywords like bank or password or credit card or anything.
They also built in a tracking feature.
We actually keep track of what the crowd worker has done.
Patel said those measures, plus cutting the headache of reading countless emails, made this program well worth it, especially because he said computer-driven email help programs fell flat for him.
I'd experimented with a few of them. Honestly, none of them ever seemed to really stick for me.
In the group study, Kokkalis says Email Valet doubled productivity compared to those who tried to manage tasks in emails by themselves. How much would you have to pay? It's estimated the total comes in at less than $2 a day or $60 a month.
That compared to a $3,000 per month salary of a real executive assistant.
So what got Kokkalis started on Email Valet in the first place? The idea came after creating a social media gaming platform.
We were measuring how much time people spent playing the games.
The total, more than 1 billion minutes, translated to 8-hour workdays.
That is about 2,000 years.
With services like Email Valet, he's hoping to give people time back. Fewer emails.
And have more time to play more games.
Now, as for the cost of all that, Email Valet creators say it would be less than $2 a day. It is still in the very early stages. They're hoping a company will see the potential for doubling this productivity and pick up the project. Jess and Raj.
How do we sign up for that again?
Very interesting, isn't it? All right, thanks.